This episode of Profiles in Risk is brought to you by InsurTech Connect Las Vegas. The legendary ITC is coming back to Vegas October 14 to 16 at the Mandalay Bay Casino. ITC is the largest InsurTech conference in the world by a long shot and the absolute cannot miss event of the year. We never miss it, neither should you. Register today using our discount code INSNerd200. Again, that's INSNerd200 and see you in Vegas, baby. And when you're there, look for me. I'm the guy with the red top hat and ask me for a magic trick. Hello and welcome to Profiles in Risk. This is your host, Tony Cañas, and today I have returning guest Matan Slaghter, CEO at Armadillo. So Matan was on episode 251 shortly after the launch of Armadillo. That was in 2021, and he's a former AIG executive. Now 4 years running your own shop. So first of all, thank you for joining us today. How's it going?
Going well, Tony. Thank you for having me again. AIG seems so far back. It's funny to think about AIG. It was a big part of my life, but it seems very far back. A lot has happened since then.
Makes sense. So if I remember correctly, and I was actually rewatching the original episode. So Armadillo, if I'm not mistaken, the first kind of modern tech-enabled home warranty product.
That's right. Well, I don't know if we can claim to be the first.
Okay.
Certainly, I'd say at least the second. But I think we've done a very good job at it. It's an industry that needed a product that's designed for the homeowner. It's an industry that desperately needed that, and we've tried to fill that gap.
Okay. So after 4 years, how much has it changed from its original idea?
That's a tough question. I'll tell you, we're selling the same product. We're still in the home warranty industry, selling home warranties. So from an overall business perspective, there's no pivot. But the devil is in the detail. And there has been a lot of changes since we first started. When we came out, we did certain things, and we've slowly adjusted as we've learned from real experience with real customers. On the distribution side as well, we're selling the same product, but we might be selling it a little bit differently through different channels, and then the product itself evolved over time. I guess I'll give the listeners one contextual point here. Home warranty contracts, like insurance, are very similar to insurance policy language. We're regulated. Warranty companies are regulated, but they're regulated differently than insurance companies. Sometimes they're regulated by the Department of Insurance, by the DOIs. Sometimes they're not. And therefore, we have a little bit more flexibility to make changes to the policy language. So we've done in the course of 4 years, you'd imagine that we've had a little bit more flexibility. We didn't need to file in all 50 states. We had more flexibility to make adjustments to the products, make adjustments to the pricing. Not in every state. In some states, you do need to file. But there's been a lot of product-specific changes that way. And then our distribution strategy has evolved quite a bit as well. But we still sell the same product, and I think we're just about ready to even test complementary products. But I hope we can get to it this year. We'll see.
Perfect. And then distribution, is it both distributed through agencies and direct, or what's the distribution model?
So first and foremost, we sell our product through the real estate agency ecosystem. That's our largest distribution channel. That's where the industry was born. That's where we compete with other home warranty companies. We sell through agencies as well, insurance agencies, which I think is what you're referring to. We do have independent agents, small mom and pop shops, as well as larger agencies that have hundreds of agents that will take our product and sell it alongside homeowners insurance. It's a great complement. It's broader than equipment breakdown endorsement, so it provides a little bit more coverage, and we work with agents on how to talk about it with prospective homeowners and customers. We sell through home inspectors. We sell through we sell to landlords through prop tech platforms. Yeah, so it's been evolving pretty rapidly for us.
Yeah, so it sells through a whole bunch of different channels. Um, so kind of the main reason that we thought it was a good idea to come back is because of a new is it endorsement, or what do you call it in the warranty world? A new feature.
Yes, a new feature. It's not an endorsement technically. It acts similar to an endorsement. Um, um, we care deeply, at least I and my family care deeply about the environment, and I think all the employees of Armadillo reflect that as well. We decided to, and this is not public yet. Maybe by the time this is out, it will be public. But we're going to have a press release mid-September. We're launching essentially every product that we sell in the market will have in it a green incentive. And I know people hear green incentive, it's like, oh, just another green incentive. This is actually pretty meaningful. Any one of our clients, the way our product works is if you need to replace your appliance or your HVAC system or your water heater, you get coverage for replacement from Armadillo. We're actually going to provide extra coverage if you choose to replace those systems with an environmentally friendly alternative, up to $1,000 more. We're the only player in the industry, the only home warranty company that does this, or will be doing this. Technically, it's live already. We just haven't announced it, so we are doing it. And that's we tried to figure out what's a small way we could help in that way, and we came up with this endorsement, which we think is still profitable for Armadillo, but provides a real incentive for homeowners to purchase more environmentally friendly systems in their homes. So yeah, so that's coming up. That's coming. By the way, I have to say, Tony, I just have to say,
Yes.
I'm looking at your background. I'm assuming everybody can see the background with the
Yes.
animated. So I got a mail in the letter. All right, not so long ago. I just this is like an amazing thing. I've never had something like this personal, and with Tony's handwriting right there. This is a person.
If
Person
you
wrote.
can read it, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I can read it because my handwriting is even worse. So I can read it. But this is amazing, and I just wanted to say that. This
Oh,
is
you're more
an
than welcome.
unbelievable thing. There's no better way. Like, first of all, my kids have been drawing and redrawing this in their art book, so just to know that. But it's pretty special when you get something with a handwritten note on it, and that personalized. That's you and me. That's what I was wearing. That's my backpack. My backpack is sitting right there. That's my shirt. So that's. Thank you for that. That was a feel good thing,
You're
big
more than
time.
welcome. It,
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun to ask people for their snail mail mailing address to send those out, and you people are weirded out by being asked for their mailing address. Uh, I think it only has worked because I've been in this industry for a long time. So people have seen me at conferences over and over, so it didn't seem that weird. But yeah, people have been weirded out by getting asked for a physical mailing address. But in
So you mean to
general,
tell me that the guy standing outside with a red hat on, that's not you every morning? Huh. All right, good.
exactly. Uh, yeah. So thank you. I'm glad that you liked it, and that's awesome that the
It
kids
was
liked it
meaningful.
and like to draw it. Uh, I I think anything we can do to put some color into our environment and our connections to give them something that's memorable is kind of a win, and it was a great brand fit, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Perfect. So the new not endorsement, the new feature,
Yeah.
uh, is it just being added to every policy? Is it something that they pay a little bit of premium for?
Great question. So it is going to be included in every single plan. It is not an additional payment. You don't have a choice. You get it. You don't have to use it when you have a claim. If you have to replace your HVAC system, you don't have to. But if you do, we will provide more coverage to help you with that decision. And we hope that homeowners take us up on it. Better for the environment, also better for their electric bills, most likely. Um, and it said we've talked to a few of our distribution partners. Kind of early indications mean that this is pretty meaningful also for the distribution partners. They like that feature. So I would call it a built-in feature that's included with every product going forward.
Fantastic. And yeah, I would agree that it's the kind of thing that can make a difference, and it's a win-win-win, right? It differentiates you guys as a company if you're the only ones that are doing it, and the homeowner has some help to get the most efficient stuff, which will keep paying going forward for them and will operate in a more clean manner. So definitely something that's fantastic. How did where did the idea come from? And how did you
I,
go about
I've
designing it?
um, I've had it in me for a while to try and do something like this. The thought has been circulating within the business with some of my colleagues for a while, and we finally priced it out, and we wanted to see if it's something that we could add 100% to every product because that's the best way to make it meaningful. But still make sure that we're a profitable, sustainable company and that our loss ratios are reasonable. So we designed something that we think makes an impact, but also keeps true to what we're trying to achieve right now, which is to get to our business to where we think it can get to from a financial perspective. Um, um, so yeah, so the idea has been there. You know, we've seen like companies like Lemonade have a B certification, B certified corporation. Um, and we've looked into the B certified corporation. I think that that organization grew so much that they actually charge quite a bit of money for you to get that certification. So we figured, you know what? Let's just do something that has a real impact. We don't need to have any logo, be certified or whatever. Let's just do something real. And at the end of the day, we hope to have stats, real stats of how many of our clients ended up using this thing. And that's going to be pretty cool. So it'll evolve. It's our first, it's like a new product, you know. We're going to put something out there and see how it works and then evolve it from there.
Fantastic. For agencies who are probably out of my audience, that the ones that really are interested in this, how does it work for them to sign up to be able to sell Armadillo?
It's super easy. First of all, they can go on our website, go to the partners tab, find the insurance agencies, and just put their name there, and we'll have someone reach out to them. It will probably be a guy named David Wilner, who's great. We'll get them signed up. Typically, we have a few different options of how we work together with agents. We've worked with agents where they just take our product and get a very simple link and marketing materials and can market it to at renewal to their clients. And we also work with producers that want to sell it actively alongside homeowners insurance. So we train them and we give them all the materials they need. And we've seen great success in the space. So and there's a lot, by the way, compensation wise. We have different programs, so agents can choose how they get paid. They get paid like they get paid from carriers as a commission. They can get paid up front. So a lot of flexibility with this product, and you don't need any new licenses. So really easy to sign up. Go on our website, and you could even say Tony Kanyas if you heard about it in this podcast. We'll give Tony some credit for this.
At this point, are you available in all lower 48 states?
Yes, we are nationwide. Um, we are available nationwide. That's right.
Fantastic. In only 4 years. That's
Well,
impressive.
you know, it's funny because we were available nationwide within 3 months of launching, and that was directly a result of my partner and I coming from the space and understanding that you can, if you want to launch nationwide, you can use a TPA. There are different ways to get in there without spending too much money building the infrastructure. So we've been in all 50 states for a long time, and slowly we transitioned claims administration, everything in-house. So now we're a full stack home warranty platform in 50 states. Um, but yeah, if you have clients that need a product in 50 states, that's no problem.
Fantastic. So, um, very curious on what you've learned along the way. And you're up to what, 100 employees now, something like that?
No, no. We have 35 employees,
Okay.
uh, um, tens of thousands of active contract holders, paying customers, and we've been growing pretty nicely. Learned a lot. I think you learn a lot about yourself, first of all, as a person coming from a corporate job and starting a company. This morning I was thinking to write in my journal. I have a journal. I write in a journal. I think it's the best thing, by the way. It's a great workshop for your thoughts. It's a great, great, great thing. And it forces you to go places after the fact, by the way. So highly recommended if Tony, if you don't already have a journal. But I was thinking about writing about absorbing shocks, and I'm talking about the um, personally absorbing shocks because every day a billion things happen, or every week a billion things happen, and some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are just stuff you have to get done, and you're working on everything because you're a small organization. And I noticed that depending on what it is, it could really hit me hard, or not. And so I learned that the roller coaster. I learned that I haven't yet learned how to deal with that roller coaster in the most efficient way. Um, I've learned that you've got to move, act fast, don't wait. If something is uncomfortable, just go and do it right away. Work through it. Way better than waiting because it's gonna catch up with you. I've learned that leading a bunch of people is very important. If you're not a good leader, you're just not going to you're not going to get the best out of your organization. You're not going to build a sustainable going concern. So leadership is really important, and culture. Um, Learned a lot, learned a lot. I've also learned that raising money is very difficult. You have to be a great showman and a marketer, and that's sometimes completely opposed to being a great operator. So I've learned that you almost have to have two heads at the same time, and that's difficult for me. That's difficult for me. So I'm still learning.
Right. Uh, any like, if you could go back in time and then talk to you just before you launched, what's the biggest piece of advice that you would give yourself?
I'd say still go for it. Um, it's going to be even tougher than what you've told yourself it would be like, but still go for it. Um, I tell myself to just expect and run through the worst, and know that it's going to happen. Know that tough things are going to happen. It's not going to be all up. There'll always be tough things, and when they happen, just know that they would have happened anyways. And now it's about how you deal with those situations. Um, and I'd say I'd probably also say to myself, think twice about the industry you go into, because that can make a huge difference. Home warranty is a great industry. I'm not saying that it's not, but I've learned a lot of things about it. And I've learned a lot of things about other industries, and I can see how important the starting point is. So I tell myself, look at the starting point a few times before you move forward. Um, what else? Probably a few other things. Enjoy your family. I tell myself, enjoy your family. Spend time with your family no matter what. Just work hard, work really hard. You're going to need to, but also make sure that you don't sacrifice the very special time you have. We have two kids that were babies when I started the business. So um, for sure, spend
And
more time.
you were back at AIG, you were in the office at the big New York office, if
Yeah.
I'm remembering correctly. Okay. So uh, being an entrepreneur is a lot of work, but you've gotten to do a lot of it from home, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I work
So
from
that's a
home.
major advantage on the family side.
Huge advantage on the family side. Even though I work more harder and more stressed than AIG, I do spend time at home all day. I can walk. I just had lunch. I walked out today and saw the kiddos for a second. It's still summer break over here. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. I can go for a walk in the middle of the day. So it's true. I just feel like a little bit, I need to embrace that more. Absolutely. But I do, I did not sacrifice family time. Quite the contrary. Spending a lot of time with them. I'm not going to feel bad in a few years saying, oh
Good.
boy, I shouldn't have started a business. But that's really important. And I think people forget that. And then you don't want to feel later like you've missed an important portion of your life. Oh, the other thing I would tell myself,
Mhm.
anybody who's listening, this is good. This is a good one. If it's here, is it here? No. I would have told myself to read the book Marcus Aurelius Meditations. I would have told myself to read that book already 4 years ago. Actually, I would have gone back to high school, told myself to read it back at high school, and then read it again and again and again. It's amazing for anybody, everybody, not just entrepreneurs, but
That's the Stoics, right? It's kind of the
yeah,
base of
yeah,
the whole Stoic way of looking at the
yes.
world.
He was a Stoic, I believe. He did talk about he borrows from a lot of different Greek philosophies and philosophers, but Stoicism is probably the major theme of his writings. It's an incredible book, and I recommend anybody pick it up and read it. Um,
How did you end up finding it? Somebody recommended it?
No, my wife bought it, and it's been sitting right here behind the camera for a while. And I just kind of, we have a lot of books at home. I love books, but I don't read all of them. They just look nice on the coffee table, or whatever. It was there, and then we went to Portugal on vacation at the beginning of the summer. I was like, I'm not picking up a business book. I just want to pick up something interesting, and I just picked it up from the coffee table and took it with me. And I read the whole thing while I was in Portugal, and then I read it again back to back. I've never done that with any book, read it back to back like that. And I just feel like it's such there are important recurring themes throughout that book that would be valuable for anybody at any stage of their lives. It's a very special book.
All
And
right.
you know how cool is it? 2,000 years ago, one of the greatest emperors of the Roman Empire wrote this stuff for himself, right? And then when we're getting to read a translation of it, hopefully a good translation, um, it's pretty cool. It's just fascinating.
For real. For real. All right. Um, so 4 years in, that is you're no longer like a startup. You're now a fairly mature uh small company in number of employees, but significantly sized in the number of clients you're servicing. Uh what are you planning for in the future of Armadillo? What are the next 4 years?
Well,
What's the plan?
yeah, I think the challenge for many startups, tech, venture capital backed startups is um, it's easy to forget how important the fundamentals are, and you kind of go and you grow at all costs, and you don't focus on what I think is a really important thing to focus on, profitability. And I'm sure a lot would agree with me. And I think the pendulum has swung. So now you have more startups focusing on profitability, but we're pretty darn close to it. I think that the first thing we want to accomplish is get to that break even, control our own destiny. That is the number one goal. We'll continue to grow, maybe not as fast as we would have otherwise, even though we're growing pretty darn fast. So we'll push the envelope as much as we can, but we do want to get to profitability. I think that's the right thing to do. I think that buys us the flexibility and optionality in the future that we need. And most importantly, for me, if at the end of 4 years from now, I don't know if we're going to be acquired, if there's going to be an exit, or if we're still going as we are. I want every single investor in Armadillo, every single employee, anyone who's involved to have benefited from it. There shouldn't be anybody left holding the bag. And I think, unfortunately, there's always someone left holding the bag with many startups. But if you can walk away and you've built value for everybody, then you've done a pretty darn good job. So that's the goal at the end of 4 years. We'll see if we can get that done. We have a good team, so we should be able to.
All right, so getting very close to profitability. That's and in our industry, and we've seen this kind of over the last 10 years. In the traditional tech startup world, uh, scale quickly and eventually figure out profitability. in insurance, it's very, very hard, if not impossible, to re-underwrite everything if you didn't underwrite it at the beginning in a profitable way.
It's tough. I mean, I did see Lemonade and Hippo now getting closer and closer to it. Um, and I believe that ultimately they will. So it's not, it's not might be a good strategy ultimately for them. We'll see. But I do think not everybody has the patience. Not every capital has the patience to get there. Not everybody's going to be able to go public. And you've got to look at profitability earlier on. And 100%, if you don't underwrite it the right way to begin with, you have to understand the impact of that and how hard it is to get out of that because you lose clients. If you're going to raise rates, you're going to lose clients. Your reinsurance companies, your insurance carrier partners, they're going to raise rates on you. You get into this cycle, and it's really, really hard to get out of it. And if you start the right way, um, it's a good start. A good starting point is really important.
On the warranty side, what's the setup? Do you basically have a reinsurer behind you, or do you need a fronting carrier and a reinsurer? Are you technically an MGA?
Yeah,
Like what is the legal setup for home warranty?
yeah, it's a little different than insurance. There are certain states where you have to have like an obligor entity. It's called an obligor entity. And then you can have a CLIP, a contractual liability insurance policy that backs all of your plans. And it's a little bit complicated, but the best way to explain it is yes, we have two insurance carriers that back our products. They write a CLIP onto obligor licenses in certain states, which basically means that if we go out of business, they are contractually responsible for fulfilling those plans until they expire. And those are pretty large insurance carriers that are backing us, which is great for clients and for partners to know. A lot of warranty companies don't do that. They'll self-insure. I'd say most of the large ones self-insure because it's a very profitable line of business. It's extremely profitable, I would say, easier than homeowners and auto, a lot easier, significantly easier. So you could choose. You could have someone backing you. If not, then you have to, in certain states, you will need to file, you'll need to get an obligor license. In some states, I think there are 7 states where you have to get an administrator license if you're going to administer and adjudicate and have claims adjudication. So we have that. We do that in 50 states in-house. So it is not so different from an MGA fundamentally if you're getting reinsured. Very similar. Yeah, yeah.
And what led to the decision of bringing the claims in-house after having started with the TPA?
Yeah, so we always knew we would bring the claims in-house. The way, actually, my partner, our chairman, Langston Robbins, was a serial entrepreneur himself and has built a number of insurance businesses and sold them before. He has always emphasized from the beginning that our product is actually the administration. So technically, by outsourcing the administration, it's like you're outsourcing your differentiation. So we always knew we would bring it in-house. We just wanted to launch in 50 states because our strategy was to go after national partners. And in order to close them, we had to have the ability to service clients nationwide. We did that for about a year, and then we brought it all in-house. We took a year to build the system. We hired our first claims rep, worked with the TPA for a period of time, and a year after we launched, we brought all the claims in-house. And it's because we think that that's where true differentiation is going to happen is related to the customer service. It also gives us more control over our loss ratios and our discipline in how we service and how we adjudicate claims. Control over the technicians that we send to people's homes, really, really important. So basically, we are an end-to-end home warranty company, except for the risk-bearing part, which is borne by 2 insurance carriers.
Right, fantastic, fantastic. Uh, a real pleasure catching up. Congratulations on all the success and the new program, the green uh enhancement.
Yes.
What is there a marketing name for it?
Oh my gosh. No, 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 no. We've been calling it the Green Incentive Program.
Green Incentive Program.
But we're probably going to come up with a better name in market for it. The cool thing is that any of our existing clients, if their plans are renewing, they're going to renew to include it. No, there's not going to be a price. It's just all included, and then all new policies will include it. And we have to come up with a good name. Tony, if you have any ideas, let me know because green incentive seems so like everybody has a green incentive. What is this? But this is a real one. This one really, we're going to really push people to get good environmentally friendly systems in their homes. We do a lot of pollution. A lot of pollution comes out of our homes, and we may not think about it day to day, but we have a role to play. So hopefully we can help a little bit.
All right. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Tony.